When a man you like a lot starts to ignore you or pulls away, your natural instinct will immediately think that the house is on fire. The train has left the tracks. All of a sudden, your entire future looks very different. So it will feel like as if this is an urgent situation that needs to be fixed right now. Your mind wants to fix that relationship no matter the cost. The result justifies the means. Your mind will go over strategies like, okay, do I need to make him jealous? Do I need to tell him my version of the story? You know, why he's very wrong about, well, everything, and why he shouldn't pull away because I'm super awesome? Do I need to make him fear losing me? I mean, what do I do? How do I get him back? How do I fix this? Well, that's the mind in a very needy state. And if you act on this, chances are you will make everything worse, much worse. So what should you do instead? Well, let's talk about it. If you don't know me yet, I'm an author. My real name is Geert. My much easier to pronounce and to remember pen name is Brian Knox. I write books about a variety of topics, including relationships and dating. And first, here's what's really important in this situation. If you ever feel insecure because a man has stopped communicating, or it feels like as if he's pulling away, your mind wants to make it all about him. Yet, this is actually a great time to make it all about you. That's the first and very important step. Your mind is afraid of losing him or afraid of losing the relationship, but you should be afraid of losing yourself. Because if you now become needy, if you try to make him fear losing you, if you try to make him jealous or whatever, you will have lost yourself. Not only will this push him away even further, you are actually stepping away from who you are and you're becoming someone you're not, and someone you won't be proud of in the future. Yeah, I still can't believe I did that. I shouldn't have sent him that email. I also shouldn't have called him at 11 p.m. or 2:30 a.m. because who doesn't love to wake up at 2:30 a.m.? Doesn't Elon Musk wake up then? No, but Mark Wahlberg does. And vampires? Okay, so I sent him that very long text to prove that I'm not needy. But isn't that something a needy person would do? Wait, I'll just send him an email to clarify, and maybe I can bring his shirt back and tell him in person. It's 5 a.m. That's okay, right? Doesn't Elon Musk wake up at 5 a.m.? See? That's how you lose yourself and make it worse. So if a man you are dating or have a relationship with ever makes you feel insecure or needy, don't reach out to him, but go within. Try to depend on yourself, not on him. Take a long moment first to get some clarity before you do anything. We make bad decisions and we miss important things when our mind fears losing someone. There's tunnel vision then. When we're dating, but this gets even worse in a relationship because there's more to lose then. Now here's why we turn to ourselves first. When a man ignores you or pulls away, there are actually only two options. Option one, he should be about as important as a worn-out toothbrush because if he can't see how great you are, well then he's not the right guy for you and you shouldn't be in a relationship with him. Or, much worse, he's actually not ignoring you. He's not pulling away. It just seems that way. It feels that way because he is less responsive. But he's actually very busy or he's dealing with his own problems that demand all of his attention. Men cannot multitask. So in both cases, being needy would be really bad for your sanity and for the relationship. And if you ever date a man with a challenging career, someone without a normal 9-to-5 job or an entrepreneur or Elon Musk, he will have other huge priorities in his life as well that may demand all of his attention at times, especially when something goes wrong, even though he may be really into you. That's unavoidable. The second reason why we turn to ourselves is because reaching out in a needy way in this scenario here is very weak. Not just to him, but it will feel weak to yourself. Picture this. A man and a woman had a relationship, but the guy starts pulling away so much that this is actually a breakup, and she doesn't like it. So she texts him, well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm moving on, so have a nice life. Bye. Well, that may seem strong at first sight, but it of course isn't, because what this message actually says is, hey, look, I hope that I can make you fear losing me. So I'm going to tell you that I'm moving on in an effort to turn you around. Can you do that? Can you turn around and then run back to me with open arms? I'm moving on, I said. And I see you saw the message, so why are you not replying? Are you happy I'm moving on? Why is this not working? Exactly. Someone who moves on doesn't tell everybody, especially not him, because if you truly move on, he matters as much as a worn-out toothbrush. The more you let your mind obsess about a man that is pulling away or that seems to ignore you, the more important that man will become. But that's the opposite of what you need. So try to bottom line it. And remember, if he really is ignoring you, then that means that he no longer cares. And then it's time for you to not care either. But also, if playing games is what makes him interested in you again, it will never feel good. That relationship will not satisfy you. You know what would feel good? If he decides that he made a huge mistake on his own, or if he wasn't actually pulling away and he contacts you again and explains that something had happened in his life or in his company that made him preoccupied for a day or two, but he's reaching out on his own, not because you did anything. That will feel so much better. So the best thing to say to a man when he pulls away is, indeed, absolutely nothing. Let him figure it out on his own. Give him a ton of space and don't wait for him. Trust the process. If he's really meant for you, if he's really the guy that will make you happy forever, you will never ever have to run after him. If he's the right guy for you, he's not going anywhere. You and him being in a very awesome romantic relationship is actually inevitable. If he's the wrong guy for you, nothing you do will prevent him from eventually breaking up with you. Nothing. So try to trust the process. Don't try to control everything. I personally think that relationships can become a chore when we try to control everything in that relationship, when we overanalyze words or actions or where's this going, when we try to find security and certainty in our love life. That's when we become needy or angry or frustrated or upset or jealous. That's when we scare the other person away. But when we trust our destiny, we can calm down and actually enjoy that date or the relationship so much more. Who's the most attractive version of you? Is it the, why is he not texting me? Is he ignoring me? Where's this going? How do I get control and certainty here? Or is it the, well, I trust my destiny. So the more laid back, cool, calm, and collected version of you. And it's not just about attractiveness, of course. Which version of you will feel best to you? It's silly to have a relationship, even with a great guy, if you can't enjoy it, if you're always looking over your shoulder. When you have faith, if he's the right guy for you, he can then see the real and attractive you, and he won't pull away. If he's the wrong guy, he will still pull away, thus proving he's the wrong guy. A wine expert once told me that a good wine should always taste great, right away. If you let it sit or ferment longer, it may taste even better, but it should never taste bad, because a bad tasting wine will never become great. I think it's the same with relationships. Let the wrong guy pull away. He won't become the right guy. So bye-bye, even though it will obviously hurt a lot. I think it's part of the pain and the hard work that's required to find a great relationship. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want the deeper stuff, you can find me on brianknox.com or on Amazon by typing my pen name Brian Knox in the search box. You will then get a full list of all of my books. I will also put links in the description underneath this video as well. And I want to thank you for still being here at the very end of this video. I love it when you do that, and I hope to see you in another one.